We're at the original bridge location where we all started this whole thing.
It's a 10-lane wide road directly above us.
Which is under I-15, next to the Qualcomm, or the old Qualcomm Stadium. It's SDCCU Stadium now.
We're here just because we kind of wanted to just come back to the original spot. We're coming up on the year, so I checked on it the other day. It still looked clean, so we said, let's go back.
And I kind of expected it to be a lot more destroyed from all the rain that we've had over the last 6 months. Because that was part of the reason why we left in the first place, was because the area flooded so badly the first time we got a really heavy rain down here that we couldn't even get into this area, let alone get in here and try and play. So I expected there to be 3 or 4 inches worth of dried mud on the ground like there was when we first got here, but it's pretty much exactly the same as it was when we left it. And I was kind of remarking, walking on the other side of where we stopped playing, we never really touched that area. And I walked back there and it was like a whole new treasure trove of just stuff that had washed in there, stuff that people had brought in there. But yet this area was still relatively clear.
Physically, to get here, it's much more difficult than Chicano Park, where you just walk up and it's a publicly accessible basketball court off the street. Here you actually have to park a little bit down the way because you can't really park in the stadium parking lot. There's only limited street parking. You have to walk under the bridge.
Jump a fence to get here.
Squeeze through a fence.
And then come in through another fence to actually get into this site.
Which I've caught myself on multiple times. So yeah, it's not the easiest place to get to, but we all think it's worth the trek in here.
Well, I was with like a group of friends. We were like doing a DM in Twitter, just over soccer stuff that's happening in the community. The Soccer City stuff was happening, but that really sparked up the soccer community in general. So we were just conversing in a DM about soccer, and we were just like, I just want to play. I wish it had like that skate culture feel, you know, rather than going to like a nice grassy field where it's like 100 yards and you need, 11 aside. I was like, let's do somewhere small-sided. You don't have to pay. It's just pure fun. Exactly what I would get when I grew up skateboarding. You go to the park, your friends are already there. And so I knew this spot was here because it used to be a skate park, a DIY skate park, and then it was torn down, and so I just always remember this spot. And it's like, well, where can we build it? And other people have been trying in different parks around the city, having no luck. And so we just came here. I told a couple friends, hey, let's go check it out. And I showed them pictures of it. It was completely filthy. But I said, this could be a great spot. It's got walls, it's got a fence to catch the ball so you're not chasing it. It's small. So it wouldn't take a lot of people to have a good game.
It was different. The first game here was mostly just sweeping, not a lot of playing.
There's just debris that gets brought in from the river.
Dry dirt, mud. We've run into everything from just your general everyday trash to
clothing,
leftover tires,
broken glass,
used up spray paint cans,
rebar that's left over from when it was a skate park,
cinder blocks,
broken fences.
There were parking blocks that were still there because this apparently used to be an overflow parking lot for the stadium.
And so we just started sweeping, just pushing the dirt back.
And it was just like an incremental thing on a week-by-week basis. We just got one more little thing done, and we all kind of conversed throughout the week and talked about what we were going to work on, what we were going to change about it the next week.
After, probably a month, we finally had enough space cleared out to play, and then we just slowly pushed more and more and more, and now we got the full-size court here. It's just, it's a little gritty, dirty, but it's where we are.
It changed a little bit once we finally swept it out a bit and started getting more people. The first game though was just a few of us. There's only 2 or 3 of us, I think, maybe 4 of us, to where we could all actually, just kick around a little bit and have a little bit of a game. But it wasn't really, it was more just kind of like seeing the vision, seeing the future of just, hey, having a place in a space where we can go play was kind of the key at first. And then as we started to create that space, the play started to get better and better, and until we are here.
Well, when we first came out here, I had made these little goals that just leaned against the wall. They were like 3x4, just 4 screws holding it together, leaned it up against the wall. They got broken, so we're like, well, we need just permanent goals. Plus, that way, if somebody wants to come and play without us here, they can play, which is the other barrier that we face in other pickup games, is if the goals aren't there, nobody plays. So I got some pressure-treated wood so it could last through the weather and put it into the ground.
I mean, everything we've done, we were kind of joking as we were putting up nets that you can see in here, because we had that netting for months, and we're using it just to keep the ball so that it wouldn't go fly way out of play when we lost it on one end. And then we decided we were going to staple it to the back of the goals today, and we kind of went, why didn't we do this from the get-go? This would have saved us a lot of pain. Well, playing hazards, the cinder blocks are the big thing, because if you're running alongside one of the walls, sometimes you forget that they're there. And there's rebar sticking up, but we put cones over it, which is the best that we can do. We try and just keep away from all the stuff that we know of that's out here. But it's just a little bit of character. It just feels a little bit more like it's a street rather than, like a basketball court or anything like that. It always felt like our place from kind of the moment we started playing here. And the more we improved it on a week-by-week basis, it just felt more and more like our place.
Just like being a kid again, just kind of like going and creating your own playground and playing like you were a kid and really forgetting about the rest of the week, but just enjoying yourself and enjoying, kind of building community with a few other people.
It's a good memory. It feels like there's feels like there's energy there. I don't know if it's my own memories putting that energy there, or if it really is, but when you come in, it just feels like, oh, this is where it began. So, it really pulled the community together. At least it solidified it for me with some really close friends. So it feels like a coming home. Still a little gritty, but it's fun to be here again. If you pull up here, there's a driveway that's just on the other side of the fence here. Complete open area that could be a parking lot. There's multiple areas here just along underneath the bridge that could be multiple courts. I would love that. That would be a dream, actually, if this became just a soccer park, that every spot was a court, people could play, park safely. That would be amazing. I know there's great leagues that you could sign up and play for, but you have to pay. But for how much fun I'm having with pickup with friends, I can't imagine paying to play again, really, to be honest, because I have more fun. People aren't getting hurt, because it's in light heart. We're here to have a good time. We're not trying to win or get in first place or anything like that. So, yeah, just play for free, always.
I think I've always seen there could be a bigger vision to this, and that this is something that the city needs in order to embrace the bigger sport of soccer overall. I think is to have more free-to-play access and more just upfront access to playing the sport, for skill sets to grow, for people to really appreciate certain things about the game. So overall, I think I've always seen this idea as something that could be big, but this specifically always just felt like it was kind of a few guys hang out under an overpass just playing soccer, because we love playing. It wasn't so much it's going to grow into something. It was just, hey, we love playing, and it's amazing how many other people love just to play for free and show up and hang out.
But the ecstasy came. The ecstasy came with Origi. And what felt like a party kind of just, at that point, became like a frat party that got out of control after 2 a.m.